Step to the front of the mat. Find a comfortable stance in your feet and bring your hands together at your heart. And take a moment here to center. Feel the weight in your feet. Feel the breath moving into your body, and perhaps set a personal intention for your day. On your inhalation, bring your arms up overhead. And exhale, palms together, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, hands to the heart. Bring your hands to your hips, suck the belly in, and sit down into chair pose. See how the knees feel. You can pivot your feet out if you need to. And bring your arms in cactus arms with the palms facing in towards each other. If this doesn't feel good for your shoulders or low back, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, relax the arms down. Inhale, arms up overhead, hands to the heart, sit down into chair pose again. Feel the belly really suck in, and then fold all the way forward, chin into the chest. Make sure that you really connect your belly and your rib cage onto your thighs. So you really may have to bend the knees here. You can walk your hands back by your ankles, and maybe reach the sits bones up towards the sky. Connect to the ground. On an inhalation, drop your hips, bend your knees, suck the belly in, and roll up the spine. Let the head be the last thing to come up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart, sit down into chair pose. Weight is in the heels, press the knees back. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale and lengthen the spine halfway. Bring your hands to the floor and step your right foot back behind you into a lunge. If you need to drop your right knee down to the ground, feel free. Make sure your left knee is not going past in front of your ankle. Feel the shoulders roll down the back and the chest move forward. Draw the breath down deep. And then suck the belly in and step your back foot forward to meet the front. Fold here. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. Bring your fingertips to the floor and fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Shoulders roll in towards each other. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Step your left foot back into a lunge. You can baby step the foot back if that feels better for your low back. Feel the shoulders roll down the back. Press into the back of the left heel. And feel the left quad engage. Make sure your legs are doing a lot of the work here and the chest is moving forward. Feel the breath drawing in deep. Suck the belly in and step the back foot forward and fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. Exhale, soften the knees and fold. Drop the hips, suck the belly in and roll up the spine. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms reach. Grab onto your right wrist with your left fingertips. Press the feet down into the floor. Suck the belly in and stretch over to the left, stretching the right side body. Feel the breath moving down deep. And maybe you can hug the glutes in and push the hips off to the right just a little bit. See how the low back feels. Root down into the earth to rise up and lengthen long. Inhale back to center and exhale, relax the arms down. Inhale, arms reach. Grab onto your left wrist this time. Press the feet down as you stretch over to the right, stretching the left side body. Hug the leg muscles into the bones. Suck the belly in, reach up and breathe. Inhale back to center. Exhale, relax the arms down by the sides. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms relax down. Drop your chin into your chest. Roll your left ear over to the left shoulder. Lift the left shoulder up to the ear and reach your right fingertips down. Breathe deeply, opening the side of the neck. Exhale, relax the left shoulder down. Roll the chin to center. Inhale, lift the right ear up to the right shoulder up to the ear, and reach the left fingertips down. Deep breaths. Exhale, roll back to center. Bring your fingertips to your forehead and gently help your head up. Shake your head no from side to side. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, sit down into your chair pose. Squeeze the inner thighs together as you twist the chest towards the right. The left knee will want to move in front of the right knee, but keep the knees in line with each other so you're just twisting the mid-spine. Feel the breath draw in. Inhale back to center and exhale over to the other side. Notice the knees. Feel the breath drawing in as you twist. Inhale back to center and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. Exhale, soften the knees and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Bring your fingertips to the floor and step the right foot back behind you, coming into a lunge. Step the right foot in just a little bit, bend the back knee and roll it on up. You can adjust the feet to find a stable stance and bring your arms up overhead. Squeeze the feet towards each other like you're trying to crinkle the mat in between them. Feel the navel drawing in and feel the rib cage lift away from the hips. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in and twist to the left. Feel the lungs expand in a 360 action. Inhale back to center, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your hips. Suck the belly in and step the back foot forward. Lift your knees. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, sit down and fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. Exhale, soften the knees and fold. Inhale, lengthen, suck the belly in, bring the fingertips to the floor, and step your left foot back this time. Step the left foot in a little bit, bend the left knee as you roll up the spine, and bring your arms up overhead. Reach the rib cage away from the hips, suck the belly in, and find a little squeeze in between the feet like you're trying to crinkle the mat in between them. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, suck the belly in and twist to the right. Feel a deeper opening in the inner left hip. Opening your psoas, your hip flexors. Inhale back to center, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the hips, suck the belly in, and step the back foot forward, lift the knees. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, sit down in a chair pose, and then fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, and step back and drop the knees down. Come to tabletop position. Bring your left hand a little bit more center and inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, draw the right arm underneath your left arm. Inhale, lift the right arm up. And exhale, draw it under and through and reach through the right fingertips. Inhale, open, lift the right arm. And exhale, draw it under and through. And hover with the right arm here. And reach through the fingertips and breathe into the upper back. Inhale, lift the right arm back up. Exhale, right hand back to the ground. Right hand comes a little bit more center as you inhale, lift the left arm. And exhale, draw it under and through like you're threading a needle. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, draw it under and through. Inhale, lift the left arm up. And exhale, draw it under and through. And stay here. Hover with your left arm. Reach through the left fingertips. And breathe into the upper back. Inhale, lift the left arm up, bring the left palm back to the ground. Come back to sitting on your heels. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can stand on your knees. Inhale, open your arms wide, and exhale, bring the fingertips together in the center. Inhale, opening wide. Exhale, chin into the chest, fingertips together. Inhale, open, bend the elbows slightly, and exhale, draw the navel in, fingertips together. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the upper back. Inhale, open. Exhale, relax the arms down. Bring your hands forward, palms on the floor. Press the palms down into the floor, lift the fingers, spread them wide, and bring them back down onto the mat. Curl your toes under, lift the hips up, and come into downward dog. Really bend your knees at first and reach the hips back. And then gradually you can bring your heels to the floor, but focus on lengthening the spine as opposed to stretching the back of the legs. Feel the breath expand in this upside down pose. Connect to your center. Exhale, drop your knees down. And then bring your forearms down onto the ground with your elbows underneath your shoulders. Clasp your hands in the center and walk your knees back a little bit. Suck the belly in, and on an exhalation, drop the hips over to the right and inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left, inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale, center. Exhale, suck the belly in, drop the hips over to the left, and inhale back to center. You can stay here in this pose, or if it feels good, you can extend your legs back behind you for a forearm plank. And on the exhalation, drop the hips over to the side, and inhale back to center. And exhale, suck the belly in as you roll to the outsides of the feet and drop the hips down. Exhale, drop the knees down, walk your hands back to sitting on your heels. Inhale, lift your right arm up, bring the right palm to the base of the neck, and bring the left fingertips to the right elbow. Lift the right elbow up and back. Suck the belly in, and try to gaze forward as opposed to dropping the chin down. Exhale, relax the arms down. Inhale, lift the left arm, bring the left palm to the base of the neck, and bring the right fingertips to the elbow. Lift the left elbow up towards the sky. Suck the belly in. Exhale, relax the arms down. Roll the shoulders forward and roll them back. Bring your hands forward. Curl your toes under and come into downward dog. Take a couple breaths here. You can always bend your knees and reach the hips back first. Draw the breath in. Exhale, drop the knees down and come to standing on your knees with the hips above the knees. And bring your right leg out in front. Suck the belly in and then move the right knee forward. Bring your arms up overhead and take a couple breaths here. Feel the right heel moving back and the left knee moving forward like you're trying to crinkle the mat in between them. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. And exhale, twist over towards the right. Feeling a deeper stretch in the inner left hip. Draw the breath down. Inhale back to center. And exhale, if it feels good, you can hinge in the hips and bring the left elbow to the outside of your right knee. But see how this feels for your low back. Draw the breath down deep. Shoulders roll down the back, relax your jaw. If you would like, you can curl the back toes under and lift your left knee off the floor. Continue to breathe. Exhale, left knee down, come back to center, and then bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Pull the crown of the head forward, the rib cage lifts away from the hips. And then you can roll to the outside of your right foot. Keep reaching the spine long. If it feels good, you can bend the elbows back, but let the movement start at the hips as opposed to just rounding your chest and upper back down. Deep breaths, opening the hips and the inner thigh muscles. The right foot back to the floor, walk your hands back, and bring the right knee back underneath the hip. Roll the hips around in one direction and in the other. Bring the left leg out in front. Suck the belly in and then move your left knee forward. Make sure the knee doesn't go past the ankle. Bring your arms up overhead. Take a few breaths here, reaching the rib cage away from the hips. And then bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. You can stay here or you can hinge at the hips. And bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Feel the shoulders roll down the back. If it feels good, you can curl the back toes under and lift the right knee off the floor. To center, bring the right knee to the floor, and then bring your hands to the inside of your left foot. Lengthen the spine long, pull the left heel back and the right knee forward like you're trying to crinkle the mat in between them, and then roll to the outside of your left foot. Keep the chest reaching away from the hips. Maybe you can bend the elbows back, maybe you just stay here. Draw the breath down deep. Open the hips. How deep can you get your breath here? Bring your left foot back to the floor, walk the knee underneath the hip, and come back to standing on the knees and roll the hips around in one direction and then the other. Roll the wrists out in one direction and then the other. And then bring your hands back to the floor, curl the toes under, come into downward dog. Deep breaths. And then lift your right leg back behind you and exhale, bring the right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, extend, and exhale, draw it in and twist. Stay here. You can always do this pose with the left knee down on the floor. Inhale, extend back behind you and bring the right leg back to the floor. Other side, inhale, lift the left leg. Bring the left knee to the outside of the right elbow. Inhale, extend, and exhale, draw it in. Suck the belly in. Inhale, lengthen the leg. And then exhale, draw it in and stay here. Deep breaths, twisting. Strengthening the core. Inhale, lengthen behind you. Bring the left foot back to the floor. Take a breath in downward dog. Drop the knees down. Walk back, come to sitting on your heels or standing on the knees. And then just wiggle your spine back and forth. Inhaling forward, exhale, round it back. Stand on the knees. Curl the back toes under. Bring the hands to the low back. Squeeze the elbows together. And then begin to rock the hips forward and lift your chest up. You can reach your throat up towards the sky as the chin moves away from the chest. Don't let the head fall back. And open here. Just come back as much as it feels good for your low back. Inhale, bring it back up. Sit down, wiggle the spine back and forth. Let it neutralize. Come back to standing on your knees again with the toes curled under. Lengthen the thumbs along the side body and then bring the backs of the hands or the palms to the low back. Reach the hips forward, chest lifts up. This time, if it feels good for your low back, you can bring your hands towards your heels, but focus on lengthening the spine. Lift the throat up towards the sky. Deep breaths. Exhalation, suck the belly in and come out of the pose. Sitting back on the heels, wiggle the spine back and forth, and then fold all the way forward into child's pose. Relax the arms down by the sides. Connect to the parts of the body that are rooted down and touching the earth. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and sit back up. And then bringing your legs out in front, come to a seated position, and then bring the soles of the feet together. Press the feet together. Sitting up tall, you can sit on a blanket here if you need to, if you feel your spine is really rounding. And maybe you can hinge at the hips. But a lot of the times, the chest will want to move forward first because you want to fold deeper, but let it move from the hips. Keep the rib cage lifting away from the hips. Keep pressing the feet together and you'll open here. Cultivate patience as you draw the breath in. Just be where you are today. You want to keep the spine long so you're not putting pressure on the low back. Inhale, bring it back up. Extend the legs back out in front of you. And come to a cross-legged position with your right leg in front of the left. This is a great place to start and open up the hips. Or if you'd like to take it further, your right ankle can come on top of your left knee. And the right knee will be above the left foot. Bring the fingertips back behind you. Reach the spine long. Maybe you stay here, or maybe hinge forward. Notice if your chest and upper back want to round. Keep reaching them away from the hips. Notice if you're squeezing the hips in. Try to relax them out. Maybe you can bring your hands out in front. Take a couple breaths. Opening the hips. Draw the breath down deep. Inhale, bring it back up. Switching sides, bring the left foot out in front. You can stay here, especially if you have knee issues, or you can bring the left ankle on top of the right knee, and the right foot comes underneath the left knee. Fingertips back behind you, reach the spine long. And then maybe you can hinge forward here. Keep the rib cage lifting away from the hips. Draw the breath down deep. Notice if the spine is rounding. And focus on where you are as opposed to where you're going. Listening to your body. Relax the hips out. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, bring your legs out in front, shake your legs out. Bring the right foot to the outside of the left leg. Bring the left hand to the right knee and the right fingertips back behind you. Inhale, lengthen the spine, press down into the fingertips, and exhale, draw the navel in and twist over towards the right. Deep breaths. Inhale, lengthening, exhale, draw the navel in. And then inhale, come back to center, switching sides. Left foot to the outside of the right leg. Bring the right hand to your left knee as you inhale, lengthen, and exhale, draw the navel in and twist to the left. Feel the breath drawing in. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, wiggle the spine back and forth. Really bend your knees here. Hinge at the hips and fold forward. If there's pinching in the low back, back out of this pose and start over. And just let gravity pull the head down. So the mid-spine is long as your chest reaches away from the hips, but your cervical spine is relaxed down. Chin into the chest. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, shake your head no from side to side. Laying out onto your back. And one at a time, draw your knees into your chest. With one hand on each knee, inhale, lengthen the knees away from the chest, and exhale, draw the knees into the chest. And inhale, lengthen the arms, push the knees away from the chest, and exhale, draw it in. Let your arms do most of the work here as you pull them back and forth, and with each exhalation, you can suck the belly in and maybe pause after your exhalation to increase the apana benefits of this pose, letting things go down out of the body. And then lay out onto your back for final relaxation pose. Find a comfortable position where you can really relax and let go, and allow your connective tissue to cool down and reshape into this new awesome form you created. If your mind is busy, just count your breath as you sink deeper and deeper into the earth. Just like pressing a restart button and starting over, so you can embrace your day with strength, gratitude, patience, love. And all the benefits that yoga has to offer. The most sparkly part in me bows to the most sparkly part in you. Namaste.